I want to try something a little bit different in this video. So I've been wanting to do a video like this for quite some time now, pretty much since I finished the first phase of the build when I was building out this van. And I guess the idea is to kind of just go through a lot of my old footage that I had from the entire build series that I filmed while I was building out the van, and then obviously the rebuild and then the pop top install as well, and kind of just put it all together from start to finish and do like a time-lapse style video, basically starting with the empty van the day that I bought it and then kind of just progressing to what it is today. And I don't know, I think it might be kind of interesting just to put it together and try to condense it into something really short that is easy to kind of see exactly how everything changed over time. If you are interested in learning more about the build, like I said, I do have an entire build series, so there's going to be a link to the playlist in the description below, and then also at the end of this video as well. So you can check that out if you want to know the little details and if you're really curious about how I did each individual thing and the things that I guess that I was thinking while I was doing the conversion. I did do most of the conversion myself, pretty much everything except for the pop top here. The pop top was done by GTRV. Definitely recommend checking them out. There's also a link in the description below to their website as well. They're really good though. This pop top has been awesome. I'm really happy with it so far. But everything except for the pop top install, I did. So, you know, the flooring, the walls, the furniture, all of that. And I don't know, I guess I'm gonna start going through this footage now and just kind of see what I can put together, and hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so at a certain point here, after having the pop top done and the Murphy bed installed and everything like that, I had been living in the van for a few months with that setup, and I started to realize that that setup, particularly with the Murphy bed, the entire thing that you just watched me build in that little time lapse there, wasn't really going to work out for the long term. I knew that I was going to be having someone join me. Liza, you guys have already seen those videos, those of you that have been following along, but Liza joined me for a couple of weeks on the road, and the setup with the Murphy bed was really nice, but it wasn't really good for having multiple people in the van and using it to travel around for a couple of weeks or for however long it might be. So I decided to make a pretty abrupt change and do an entire remodel of the interior. I kept the walls the same, obviously the floor, the pop top, didn't change any of that. It was just the furniture that I needed to rebuild, so here's that time lapse. It is a pretty simple conversion overall, really nothing too crazy going on. You know, I didn't install like an oven or like a range built in or anything like that, and I don't even have a gas stove actually. I pretty much cook only on the Instant Pot, and then, you know, I don't have a sink as well. I know a lot of people will notice that. In the Element, I had a sink for a while and kind of just got gross. I got sick of dealing with gray water and having to constantly change the water and everything like that, and by the end of my time in the Element, I wasn't even really using that sink, and then so I kind of just decided that I didn't really need one in the Envy, and, you know, I'm thinking about maybe putting one in at some point in the future to kind of spruce things up, especially because I think what would be neat is I could get an outdoor shower as well out of that if I put it towards the back, which is probably where I would put it, and then I would have like a hose that I could use to rinse off after surfing and stuff. But realistically, it's not my priority at this point. And for solar, I know a lot of people will ask. I have a 175 watt rigid solar panel on the roof. Thank you, David, again for hooking me up with that back when I was in Texas. And then I'm running that solar panel to an Energy Kodiak, which is an all-in-one solar generator. It has an inverter built in, charge controller, and it's a lithium battery. So that's been working out really well. I am going to do a review video, like my first 6 months with the Kodiak once I get to that point, and that's going to be at some point in the near future here, but I'm definitely enjoying it so far. It's been working out really well. I do have a few ideas of things that I want to possibly switch up in here and make some changes. I'm not going to like remodel the entire interior again or anything like that. The layout is definitely going to remain the way that it is, but, you know, there's a couple of updates that I think I can make to kind of spruce things up in here, and then also just to kind of increase storage space. I don't really need more storage space for me. I kind of have empty storage space in here as it is, but it's not really in the right places, if that makes sense. I want to improve storage space because, like, when I had Liza with me, for example, I realized that I don't really have a lot of space for a guest to put their stuff while we're traveling together. And so Liza really did a good job of packing. She didn't bring that much stuff, but she had a bag, and we kept constantly having to move it from the front seat to the back and then to the, you know, up into the pop top and all over the place. And I feel like if I just improve my storage space and leave a little bit of empty space for potential guests, that it makes a lot more sense for the layout and makes it more livable when there are two people traveling out of this van. So a couple of things like that I'm thinking about doing. That'll be in a future video at some point, probably not for a while, but you know, I definitely have a few things on my mind. I'm just constantly thinking of ways that I can kind of improve the space in here and just make it more livable overall. And I think, like I said in previous videos, that's kind of part of van life, you know, that constant struggle of how you can make things better and how you can improve. At least that's how I'm always thinking. And hope this video was helpful for some of you guys who are maybe considering trying to convert your own small van like the NV200 like this. Going into this project, I had no experience really building out vans, especially not with like the flooring and the insulation and the walls or anything. That was the first time that I had done anything like that, and I'm also certainly no master carpenter or anything like that as well. But I don't know, with practice, I guess I became more and more comfortable. I did a lot of research going into it, and you know, definitely took a lot of time, a lot of planning, and a lot of thought. But at the same time, once I got going with it, I was able to get it done. Like I said earlier in the video, be sure to check out the build series that I did. There's a link in the description below to the playlist. If you haven't already seen that, it will probably answer a lot of the questions that you may have about the build and everything like that. I mean, I definitely went into a lot of detail when I was making those videos, so be sure to check those out. And thanks again for watching, guys. I'll talk to y'all in the next video.